These past months, I've been thinking a lot what it means to feel whole, to feel like I belong in my life. It used to feel like I was always chasing some version of myself that would finally be enough. Less anxious, less messy, more stable, more certain. I wanted peace, but I thought I had to earn it. I thought peace was something that comes after you fix yourself, after you prove you're worthy of it. Now I see that I was wrong. Peace isn't a reward, it's a place you learn to visit. A place inside yourself that's been waiting for you all along. And it doesn't require perfection, it just asks for presence. I don't have fewer thoughts now, or fewer fears. I still get overwhelmed, I still spiral, I still think sometimes that everyone secretly hates me. But something's different. It's like I finally let go of trying to be someone else, and instead, I started to really live in who I already am. It wasn't dramatic, it was slow. A lot of quiet days, a lot of breathing through the discomfort, a lot of saying to myself, okay, this is hard, but I can handle it. And slowly I started to trust myself more. I started to believe that I can carry all the parts of me, the scared ones, the hopeful ones, the parts that want to hide and the ones that want to shine. It feels like all the different versions of me that were growing in different directions finally met in the same place. And now they are here, together, still changing but not fighting each other anymore. Like I'm stitching myself together from the inside. I didn't expect it. I wasn't aiming for this. I was just trying to survive. But something happened along the way. A kind of self-awareness that feels like home. There's this feeling I get sometimes now. Like I'm grounded in my body, in my choices. I don't feel like I need to prove anything. I still want things. I still have goals. But the urgency is gone. I'm not chasing safety anymore. I know what it feels like inside me. I can feel when I'm okay, even when things around me aren't perfect. This didn't come from doing something big. It came from listening, from letting myself stop performing, from letting go of the shame I carried for leaving people, for changing, for not being who I thought I had to be. I stopped thinking I had to make everyone proud, or explain myself, or stay loyal to old versions of me that no longer exist. Now I just want to be where I am, to make room for joy again, to laugh, to feel the sun, to have coffee with a friend and not overthink everything I said, to feel connected even in small ways. And I know now that nobody really cares in the way I feared. That's the best part. People aren't watching and judging, they are just living their lives. And that means I get to live mine too.
Шльопанці. Шльопанці? Це було таке...
Дали би добре.
Ні, я не хочу тут купила. Я вдома купила, а тут мені хочеться купила.
А, ні.
Вони не були шарпку на підку.
А яке про море, Іра, ти знав? Про море. Щось про море.
Я не знаю, як це.
Зелені там сіл, Сахари. О, тут ко, риже все, розумієш? І ти сонця не видно нічого, ти такий, як то пелені.
А у нас теж тут таке було.
I spent a long time being disconnected from others, but mostly from myself. There were years when everything felt too loud, too demanding, and I shut down. First slowly, then all at once. I disappeared into myself, and for a while that felt good, especially during the pandemic, when staying inside and not seeing anyone became normal. I thought that's what I needed. No pressure to show up, no pressure to talk, just me and my own space. But eventually that quiet turned into something heavier. Isolation started to feel more like hiding than healing. And at some point I realized that what I had called safety was actually fear. A very old fear. The kind that tells you you're not enough as you are. You have to be better, more interesting, more useful, or people won't stay. Before all this, I used to be very social, always with people, always doing something. It looked like confidence, but deep down it came from the same fear that I had to constantly perform, constantly be someone that others would like. It wasn't real connection, it was survival. And then I swung to the other side, full isolation, and for a time that was also survival, a different kind, but still rooted in fear. Both extremes, hypersocial and totally alone, were coping mechanisms. I see that now. I've slowly started to come back to the middle, to a place where connection doesn't have to be overwhelming and solitude doesn't have to be hiding. I've found people who feel safe, who don't need me to be on all the time. With them, I can just exist. I can be quiet or silly or sad, and they stay. That's been healing in ways I didn't even know I needed. I think for a long time I confused connection with performance. I thought I had to earn closeness. Now I know I don't. Now I understand that I can just show up as I am. That being seen doesn't mean being judged. That vulnerability can be soft, not sharp. There's a softness returning to my life. It shows up in small things. A slow morning, a walk with someone I trust, a message that says I'm thinking of you. And in those moments I feel alive again. Not like a machine doing tasks, but like a person living a day. That's what I want more of. Not grand gestures, just aliveness, just presence. I'm going to the beach. It's a bit far, but this beach I think is the best here. It's a wild beach. What else? It's really nice here. The nature here is just awesome. Those pine trees. The colors here are just wild. Really nice green and the deep blue and the yellow just looks wild. Often I feel, maybe somebody could relate, I feel numb. I have some reasons why I can feel like that, but I actually hate that feeling, because when I feel numb I can't feel bad, and it's actually okay, but also I can't feel the joy and I can't be in the present moment. So it's actually not good, and I really hate that numbness, and I try really hard to come out of it. It helps when I journal. It helps a lot. Yeah. I read here a lot. Really like reading here. Also a big revelation for me that I came to some time ago was that it really takes time to change, and it takes a lot of patience, and it was really hard for me to understand. But with time I see how some things that I wanted to do before, I wanted to push it and to make it come faster to me, and it was actually traumatic and I wasn't feeling good. I was, I think, self-destructing when I pushed things that I'm not ready for yet. And now I see how after some time and slowly moving into direction which I want, and therapy and reflection, I see how it's much more easier and natural, and I feel, of course I feel anxiety, but I can deal with it, and it feels good to do new things, and it's not traumatic, and I'm not pushing myself, and I don't feel such big amount of pressure. I feel just natural in those changes, and it feels really good, and it's really big revelation for me, big insight. This shirt actually is the first piece of clothes that I sewed for myself, and yeah, the fabric is from second-hand duvet cover. I ripped it and sewed my shirt from it, so it was really cheap. I didn't buy fabric in the store. and I'm really proud of this shirt. I just hang it in my room, and I watch this shirt hanging, and I feel really proud of myself that I made this thing. So it's a reminder to give yourself a lot of gratitude for big and small things that you do. Just be proud of yourself for everything you do every day.
Написала, да, было свои тексты.
Сюди принесе.
Такий кайф. Хтось прийшов, а ти лишився там.
Наушник.
Ні, давайте там червониці зверху. Ой, б'є.
so long, I thought I had to constantly improve, that I had to work harder, heal more, fix every broken piece inside me before I could rest or be proud of myself or feel good. I thought the only way to deserve softness was to become someone better first, and that made everything so exhausting. But what if I don't have to wait? What if this version of me, the one who's trying, who's feeling, who's showing up, is already enough? What if I'm already doing the thing? That thought has been changing the way I move through the world. It's not that I stopped growing or caring, it's just that I stopped tying my worth to the results. I started appreciating the process. I started celebrating showing up, even if imperfectly. And something in me softened. I stopped being so hard to myself. I stopped trying to outrun shame or guilt. I started saying things like, "This is enough for today," and actually meaning it. I think a lot of us have this idea that we'll feel better once we achieve something, once we reach a goal, or fix a habit, or get recognition. But I'm learning that sometimes healing is not about fixing, it's about letting things be, letting myself be. I'm still anxious sometimes, I still overthink, I still feel afraid that people won't understand me, or that I'm too much. But I also know how to come back to myself now. I know how to hold that fear without letting it stop me. There's a kind of peace that comes from accepting that you don't need to be more than you are, that your messiness is not a flaw, that your softness is not a weakness, that your honest human trying is more than enough. I don't need to wait until I'm unafraid to move toward what I want. I just need to be kind to myself along the way.
Закрути мені. Чи ти дуже? Та то ні. Я мала вже давно перезмію покажу. Алло. Привіт. Страшна людина. Алло. Я навіть не повернулася. Мене телефон де фотки. Ніхто не покаже. Ти що не бачила черепахи? Що за мова?
γλυκά. Ναι, 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 ένα φυλάκι να σου δίνα στο μαγουλάκι. Ένα φυλάκι λαχταριστό.
Hola, Jonas. Hola, Jonas.
Проти винограду.
Ναι. Να πάρεις αυτό που θες, παιδί. Ό,τι τρώτε. Όταν έχουμε, όταν δεν έχουμε,
I used to think I had to make my life look a certain way for it to matter, that I had to be successful in a specific, visible way. Now I just want to feel like myself every day. I want my days to feel real. I want to do work that matters to me, not because it's impressive, but because it feels true. I've started doing things that bring me joy, even if they don't make sense to others. I make things with my hands. I record my thoughts. I share pieces of my life, not to prove anything, but because I like connecting through it. I'm building projects that reflect who I am, not just what I think people want from me. There are still moments when I doubt it all, when I think, what am I even doing, or is this too simple? But I don't let those thoughts stop me anymore. I've realized that I don't need everything to make sense to keep going. I just need to stay close to myself, to what feels alive, to what feels kind. And it's working. Slowly, steadily, I'm creating something that feels like me. I'm building a life that has room for rest, for play, for depth, for quiet, and most importantly for safety. Not the safety that comes from control, but the one that comes from trust, from knowing I can be with myself through all of it. This journey wasn't fast, and it wasn't clean. It was a messy and uncertain and full of moments where I wanted to give up, but I didn't. And now I feel more whole than I ever have, not because I fixed everything, but because I stopped trying to be someone else. This is what coming home to myself looks like. Not dramatic, not perfect, just real, just mine.